King Khan is a new segment that we're doing where we take some of the conservatives that are the most bold, the most brave, so long as they're safe at home behind their computers blogging about people that they dislike. And we have a liberal that's being attacked that you might have heard of before. Cenk Uygur, actually. Howard Portnoy, not a big fan of you, it turns out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he thinks that you went a bit over the top when calling people who want to secede from the United States and not be American anymore, calling them un-American.
How
he thinks
dare
that's
I?
over the top. So we have some interesting quotes from a blog that he posted. I'm curious how you're going to respond to these, actually.
I am as well, because you never know how things go. No, and understand, remember this is the story that all those states petitioned, and now it's not formal petitions, it's goofballs within those states that went to the White House website and said, we'd like to secede from the Union. And in Texas, I think they got over 80,000 signatures.
They got close to 100,000.
Oh, now over 110. Wow, amazing. So since they wanted to secede from America, I did a segment where I called them un-American, where you would think it was kind of a definitional thing.
Yeah.
But apparently not. So what does Portnoy say?
No, he has a couple of interesting things. So he starts with, if you need an example of the left's double standard in action, consider the response of current TV's Cenk Uygur to the flood of petitions at the White House website calling upon the government or Obama administration to grant states the right to secede. He disparages the signers of such petitions as un-American and traitors. And this is pretty strong language coming from a guy who supported the impeachment of George W. Bush. So he goes on in the blog.
Sorry, but the impeachment of George W. Bush is constitutional.
Right.
Seceding is unconstitutional, just for the record.
Right. That would be a small point to begin with.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, he points to the 10th Amendment, and the people who are calling for secession right now, they think that they found some way that it's totally legal and cool. It happens all the time, even though it's never happened. Well,
Okay, so let me get this right.
They attempted it once.
It would be constitutional to stop listening to the Constitution. Because if you're outside the United States of America, you're no longer bound by the United States Constitution. You're not even in the United States.
So it's an odd document to point out, right?
Yeah,
at that point.
It's a little ironic. Yeah. And he's pointing out me saying that Bush should have been impeached. But I'm sure Howard was not in favor of impeaching Bill Clinton. Okay, a traitorous act impeaching the president, which, by the way, is not of course, treasonous act. Whether Republicans or Democrats do it, it's a perfectly constitutional act, as Mark has pointed out. But my favorite part is, he's like, how will I get a load of this guy calling people who want to leave America un-American? Well, what else would you call them?
Well,
I mean, aren't they the definition of un-American?
Maybe there's like a clause where when they leave, they become America, and we have to take some new name or something like that.
You'd think they would embrace the name un-American. See, we are seceding. We are no longer part of your country. You're right. It's bizarro.
Like Norwegians, Mexicans, Afghans can't be more un-American than someone who says, I don't want to be part of America anymore.
Yeah.
I would like to leave America because I don't like America. Presumably you even hate America. I mean, if you want to leave and destroy the nation, split it, send it asunder. It doesn't, I mean, It's amazing to me that he thinks he got me. He's like, he called us un-American.
It only took a couple hundred words, too. Yeah, he says that you're going to end up with blood shooting out of your eyes from this.
Wow.
So what the point of this blog was, if there is a point. I prefer that to the heads exploding. I like the blood shooting out of the eyes now.
Yeah.
I think I might use that.
That might be an interesting trick.
If anybody could sell that look, it would be you.
Yeah, let's try it.
So the... Oh my God.
Didn't work.
I'll CGI it in later. Okay. So the point of this blog is that he's saying that liberals have a very one-way road view of patriotism. That it's only patriotic when liberals are being patriotic. So when liberals hold up signs saying that Bush needs to die, he's a disease on the country, we think that's perfectly fine. But we don't like when conservatives want to secede, as if he was okay with the liberals holding up the sign saying that Bush should die. No, we don't have a double standard on that. We just have a standard. I don't like either of those things.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He doesn't point to me saying that because, of course, I've never said that.
Yeah.
Bush died. I even criticized when they threw the shoe at Bush. I mean, of course, you don't do that to the president, right? But so he sets up a straw man argument. But again, on the word traitor too. It is the literal definition. If you are betraying your country and saying you would no longer like to be part of that country, that is what makes you a traitor.
Yeah.
They're not used to the dialogue being amped up the way you amped it up. I'm serious.
Right.
They're used to being the ones who are throwing these conversational and argumentative hatchets. They don't want you to be doing it. So you throw a real fire burner in there, and they go, wow. I mean, and so they throw a flag. They get angry. They call a penalty. You know, look at this guy. But the truth is, you effectively make the argument, but you do it with sort of this incendiary language that provokes a reaction.
And you're exactly right. They're like the bullies, that they're so used to pushing people around, and the minute somebody comes up and just gently slaps them across the face, they're like, oh, how could you? How could you do that? But wait a minute, you've been going around punching everybody in the school.
No, it's literally from your childhood. Why are you grabbing me?
Yeah, why are you grabbing me? I was getting in a fight. This guy punched me in the face like 7 times, broke my nose. I'm in a mess. And then finally, we're in like death throes of a fight. And I finally grab him and I got him in a headlock. And he starts yelling, "Why are you grabbing me? Why are you grabbing me?" Well, so that you would stop punching me in the face? That was one of the reasons I grabbed you. And I thought we were in a fight.